Welcome back to another video, guys. Today what you see behind us is the legendary Mjøsa. It's the biggest lake in Norway and it's housing some monster trout. And that's what we're after today. Oh, there we go. We got it. Yo, this is like a kilo fish. This lake is huge. Right, so I decided to start with this one. This beautiful little blue Beachwalker Wedge 95S. And I can tell right now this is quite a lot heavier than what I've been throwing and trying from Duo earlier. So I'm extremely excited to see how far we can throw this thing. And it's really hard to tie this knot because I'm actually shaking. The thought of how big trout it is in this water, I'm shaky. I'm really shaky, and it's been a long time since I was shaky tying a knot. Oh wow. After 3 hours of casting with nothing to show for it, we were starting to wonder. Are we doing something wrong? Are we fishing the right lures? Or are we even in a good spot? I texted Erik from Pike and Wallace and thought, he must know more than I do. After all, I've seen him catching some big trouts in this lake on YouTube, and guess what? We were on the wrong side of the biggest lake in Norway. So due to a lack of a better plan, we packed our gear, hopped in the car, hoping to be on the right side by midnight. After 2 hours driving, we arrived to this. The water was like a mirror, and the wind was non-existent, as if the fishing god himself was holding his breath. But it would not last. Every inhale needs an exhale. This is so magical. The fog across a big lake and everything. It's absolutely beautiful here. Oh. I mean, I'm still wet from the rain earlier, but I couldn't care less, to be honest. Being here now with the fog, it's completely quiet on the water. I don't think this is something that happens every day in this big lake. The mountain behind us, and oh my god, the moon is out. It's getting close to midnight. This is, oh my god. And we know there's some monsters, absolute beasts in this lake. Now, this lake is housing a very special species of trout that you only find here. And I just had a bite, but he got off. He just got off. Now, what happened? That messed me up. What was I talking about? Yeah, the species of trout that is here has been caught above 20 pounds. That's 10 kilos. And you can only find that specific species of trout in this lake only. It's very shiny, very silvery, and looks very much like a sea trout. Wow, that was the first bite. I think it was the third cast. I don't know if you can tell, but the waves are making a lot of noise. And I can't figure out where the heck they're coming from. There's no wind whatsoever. So where these waves are coming from, I have no freaking idea. After 4 more hours of casting, the sun was on its way back up, and we had to throw in the towel. A full day of fishing with nothing to show for it. But the one bite we got was all we needed to come back the next day. Well, I don't want to work that 9 to 5 anymore. When everything at work feels like another chore. I don't believe that this is all part of the plan. 'Cause all I want to do is go and fishing when I can. Oh, it's fishing I want to do. A sunny day with rising fish and a couple beers with you. Oh, it's fishing, I'm on my way. 'Cause all I wanna do is go and fishing every day. I'm not a greedy man, not asking for a lot. Just a sunny day, some beer and a river full of trout. 'Cause when the hatch is wild and the fish go on a spree, yeah, that's the closest thing to paradise for me. Oh, it's fishing I wanna do. A sunny day of rising fish and a couple beers with you. Oh, it's fishing, I know it's true. 'Cause all I wanna do is go and fishing with my boo. So, we're back again. We made it to the spot where we're fishing. Not only is this a legendary lake to fish in, it's also a very historical place. Right here, where we put up camp today. 24th of April, 1945. At the end of the World War II, a British fighter plane had to take an emergency landing in the water just outside of where we're fishing today. And that plane was rescued, or pulled up, if you will. It was restored in 2005, I believe, if I remember correctly, and can now be seen in a museum. Anyways, this day turned out to be exactly like yesterday. We got there early and casted for hours, but nothing. So Stephanie wrote a post on a Facebook group with thousands of people who loves to fish this lake. And it didn't take long until we got invited on board a boat for the evening.
Hei! Hei. Hei, Stephanie. Hyggelig. Stephanie, hyggelig.
The sun was setting in the horizon. The random dudes on the internet who invited us on their boat also turned out to be some of the nicest people we ever met. They served us cookies, beer, chips, and even took the time to mark out multiple really good fishing spots on our Google Maps. But as the sun was setting, we had yet to catch a fish. The beer, the food, combined with the cradle from the boat, made Stephanie fall asleep. Until... was a Mjøsa trout for sure, but it was far from the monster we set out to catch. It was starting to feel hopeless, but knowing what kind of fish is swimming around here, we refused to give up. We went home, slept for 2 days, and came back, but not alone. This time we brought backup, a true heavyweight.
Ja, men...
Did you lose something? You look sad. Is it the car? Ta-da!
Yay! What's that?
Despite bringing the youngest one for good luck, the day slowly turned into night, and we were no closer to catching a silver monster. We tried casting from land, trawling from a boat. We fished in the evening and all through the night, but we had one last ace up our sleeves. So we got up in the middle of the night, just so we could be ready at the crack of dawn. Good morning, guys. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. So we're up in the middle of the night to go fishing. We'll see you there. We made it to 6 o'clock. You ready for the first cast? Yep. 3, 2, 1, go! First cast is always super exciting. I'm not gonna let it sink too much at this time of the day.
Ikke like langt som jeg gjør med det.
Nei, du har samme snøre som jeg har på min nå. Jeg ser ikke litt nå. Der! Ja da! It's not a huge one, but it's a Mjøsa trout, baby! Woo! Yeah, baby! I need you to grab the net. Oh, wow, boy, did that feel good. Oh! Jeg skal ha noe klipp foran det kameraet her hvis den gjør noe utrass.
Du går ned til vannet her. Får du den bort hit?
In a second. I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to lose this guy. Oh, it's beautiful. I guess 1.5 kilo. All right. Jesus. Oh. Okay. Just give me a second. Oh. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I have to go further back. Can we get it in the net? You ready?
Yep. Yep. Oh!
It's not that big. Oh, lift! Oh, shit. Here we go. Here it comes. It's not a monster, but it's a start. Oh, and it just fell out. This is so beautiful. Oh, you are. Wow. It may not have been the silver monster we were looking for, but don't forget, our adventure has just begun.